So I will be going live today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully you can join us. Also make sure that your notification bell is on with the option all. Also making sure that the notification bell is on with the option all, but taking it upon yourself. If you're on social media, YouTube, just come over on your own and see if I'm live or see if I have any pre-recorded videos or premieres going on. YouTube has always had an issue with the notification bell. I don't care if you're a person with 5 million subscribers. This is an issue for small, medium, and large size channels. You have to take it upon yourself to just come over. If you're already on social media, it doesn't make any sense for you to be waiting for a notification bell. If you're on social media looking around, just look at the channels, and I'm talking for myself, that you watch. If you watch my channel, see if there's any new videos that I haven't put up yet. Don't rely on YouTube. With all that being said, Sheeba is pathetic. I really feel bad for her because Natureboy has never been attracted to her. She left
herself, the Most High Chief 𝗪𝗔𝗧. If you do not know the importance of your hair, I'm going to explain it in this video. I know that as Black women, we value our hair, but not in the way that we are supposed to. Not in its truest value. We value it in the sense of we like to seem beautiful, what is trending and what is considered beautiful to the world, but not what is truly beautiful or righteous or the truth about our hair. We're not even taught about the true functions.
Still being considered one of Natureboy's wives. She's not at carbonation because of the simple fact that they threatened to put CPS on her if she did not remove herself and 𝗪𝗪 from that toxic situation. Now, I can totally understand True being angry, but I don't understand why he's not being a father to his child. Now, I know it's a human thing, human behavior, that I really believe a lot of why True is going crazy and he's bitter is because Sheeba's not on there.
This is your energy bursting out of your head. You have to protect your energy. And this right here is personal to me because I understand and I came from wearing wigs and weaves. Now, this gives you a false sense of who you are. When you're wearing another texture of hair, a whole nother person's hair, this gives you a false identity. You start identifying yourself with that hair and thinking that that is what is beautiful.
Pushing the 3 representing Natureboy because True ordered her to do that. True probably told Natureboy probably told True to have Sheeba do a download because it's been a while, because she is considered now still Natureboy's wife. But this is the examples of what I'm trying to say. Why is True going so hard for a man that has very little respect for you? He has no regard to your feelings. He's in jail.
You have to learn how to embrace your natural beauty, even if you feel like you're not in a stage to present your antenna the way that you feel like is going to be beautiful. Just know that you have to be patient with yourself and endure through these times, and that's okay. Just get you some hair wraps. Get you some hair wraps. Get you some natural products like aloe vera is very good for your hair. Natural shampoos.
He didn't even give you permission to even take Sheeba back so that you could be present in your son's life. Natureboy is still in the middle of being a toxic person. Because if he doesn't denounce Sheeba and tell her she is no longer his wife, even though we don't hear from her all the time, she is going to be under the control of Natureboy, and that's going to put a wedge with True being a father, which I don't think True wants to be a father anyways. Natureboy has been known in the past when he breaks up a relationship or a relationship breaks up, he condones that the father is not present.
Are very good in natural oils. Do this and take care of your hair rather than trying to make up for something that is already beautiful naturally. Remember, you are beautiful. You are to be protected. You are worthy of love. You don't have to cover up or change anything about your natural state. It is organically beautiful. You could still dress it up. You could still feel beautiful. Just don't get so caught up
in the child's life. We all know that when these women come to carbonation, they can't even bring their own kids. And it's not because of any spiritual reason. It's because Nature Boy does not want to take care of another man's kid. He does not want to have anything to do with another man's kid. And he's not taking care of another man's kid. It has nothing to do with anything. It's all about Nature Boy. And we also know Nature Boy is not a father himself if the woman's not present for him to abuse her physically and mentally over at carbonation. He's not going to support that child like he did Velvet. He did this to his own child. So he could care less that Sheeba and True are separate, and he's not
the external to the point where you forget the functions. You know, the functions of your hair is what's more important. The value of your hair is in its functions. Your hair having melanin, which is worth more than gold, is way more valuable than anything that you could put on or do to your hair. You having this divine knowledge of self, about yourself and the functions of your body, is more important than how your hair even looks. Because this right here is temporary. What you're going to want to value the most is your mind.
Not taking care of his child, because right now Nature Boy don't care about y'all being taken care of. He just wants to make sure Canteen is coming through so that he can have his snacks and oodles and noodles and Slim Jims and all that stuff. And it's really sad. This dude is really toxic. People look at these downloads and you don't look outside the box. You don't look at the big picture. You don't look at what role Nature Boy played in all of this and how he has torn families apart, destroyed a lot of relationships, and even destroyed a lot of relationships with people he had that were solid people. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's a lot behind who Nature Boy is, what he stands for. He's very demonic. You know, I really wish that people realize this is how your children turn out when you put a man before your child. I'm speaking to a woman because I can't talk to a man because I'm a woman. I can only give a perspective of, you know, being a woman is what I'm saying. But this is why we can't put our men before our children. We have to be mothers. If you laid down and had kids, you got to take care of them because they end up like this. Nature Boy is a hurt dude. And now it has cost him his freedom. I don't think it's set in yet that that wasn't the way to go. Okay, your mother and father, they weren't there for you. You know, you're hurting, but you should have did something more positive with your life. And if you did start carbonation or melanation, you should have went on to doing the things that you were doing that was positive, growing your own food, living on your own land, growing your community so it can get larger and larger and larger, and being in harmony, living the holistic lifestyle, and all of that great stuff that he started off talking about and foreseeing for the future. And for him to just flip like that is crazy because now it's cost him his freedom. And he might not never tell us. He might blame white supremacy and all this foolishness. But at the end of the day, and I'm a black person saying it, they didn't put you in there. Not a white person put you in there. Not a single white person put you in there. You put you in there. It's easy to point the finger and blame. I know somebody right now that does it all the time. I know a female too. And that's why they keep repeating the same mistakes because you can believe your own lies that you tell yourself after a while. If you keep telling yourself you're the victim, you're the one being picked on, you start to believe it. You start to believe your own lies. I think Nature Boy's been saying this stuff for so long. He's starting to believe what he's saying. Nature Boy is sitting in jail right now acting like he's a victim. He needs to set Sheeba free. Her mind needs to be totally focused on Ja. Yeah, it's focused on Ja physically, but mentally her mind is with carbonation, and she'll do anything and everything for Nature Boy. This is the same man that took her virginity. Who would want to lose their virginity to somebody like Nature Boy? And I know that she has a lot of regrets, but I think the reason why they associate themselves with him still and not disassociate themselves is because they don't want to. It's almost like alcohol. If you drink or do drugs, you stay numb. So if you stay with the victim, it's like the alcohol. You stay numb because you know that soon as you leave that victim, I mean that abuser, you're going to have to sit with yourself and you're going to have to recap all of the stuff that you yourself put yourself through. Because Nature Boy can't make you do anything you don't want to do. You did all this stuff because you wanted to do it. Some people don't want to sit with themselves. That's scary. And think about what they put themselves through, what they endured, what they actually was allowing to happen to their life. It's a nightmare. I get it. It's called life. We all make mistakes. We drop the ball. We don't want to live with the truth. And the mistake, we don't even want to think about it. That's why people do drugs and alcohol. Same thing with this situation with the leftover stragglers. If they detach themselves from Nature Boy, now what are they going to do? They have nothing but time to think. They're not really sitting with themselves now because Nature Boy, every time he can make a phone call, he's really there with them. And he's telling them what they need to do on a daily basis like he's in the flesh. They don't want to sit with themselves. They're scared. So they rather stay in the moment, occupy their mind like drugs and alcohol does, so that they don't have to deal with the pain and the disbelief and the what was on my mind and all that stuff your head's going to go through when you sit with yourself and think about what you put yourself through that you didn't even have to put yourself through. It wasn't even worth it, especially not for somebody that don't care two issues about you. He don't even care about himself. And sometimes we got to love ourselves and sit with ourselves and just set ourselves free, because the victim doesn't understand the abuser is never going to let you free. He's an abuser. And as long as you allow him to manipulate and abuse you, he's going to continue